he might be with the Wizards. He might not be with the Wizards. I love when you get the trade immediately where a team's going to waive a guy to save money. Because they have to waive him by the 28th, and say, well, the trade kicked him up $10 million or something like that. But he essentially losing out on some money this year and then 30 million this season after that, right? And you always get that one like kind of nugget out there of, the Wizards actually would love to have him be a part of this team. That's just an outright. I mean, you might want to trade for this guy if you want him on your roster. Like he might not be the free agent you think he's going to be right away. But Trey, on the Chris Paul kind of wave here, like the Clippers have been mentioned. I've seen some stuff about if he's a free agent, the Lakers being an option. Shams said something about the Warriors being interested. How much, like, Chris Paul on 30 million is different than Chris Paul on a veteran minimum or in it, one of the exceptions. But Trey, I just don't know how realistic it is for Chris Paul to give you something consistently years 38, 39, 40 of his life.
First of all, go pick up Chris Paul's book, 61. About to come out soon. He's in New York promoting that. Secondly, Chris Paul is one of the smartest people we've ever seen manage to get traded and make $10 million.
That's pretty good, man. That's
right.
Yeah. By the way, good agent there too.
Yes, good agent.
Right. And then he is going to be a Clipper. They're going to dump Eric Gordon. Sorry, Eric Gordon. I feel like Eric Gordon always gets moved and a part of these deals.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
It's a good throw.
But I don't really understand this, especially with two guys that are leaders of this team, and Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, adding a very control freak Chris Paul. But Chris Paul is a Clippers legend. Not, he was a part of that turnaround at Lob City and these things of this nature. And he can kind of play for the low now with that. I'm all in for the entertainment purposes of him and Russell Westbrook being on the same team.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I really don't understand this move. I had him potentially, and Jay, you can make the reaction after this, to go to Boston as a Kyle Lowry role in the second unit. I also thought maybe going into a contender like Milwaukee and just kind of not being a starter, but like a second unit guy. Again, at 38, 39, his minutes are between 10 and 23. That's the most realistic. If healthy, you're not trying to get a lot of games played, won't do a lot of back-to-backs, no matter how he wants to fight you. I think he has that one up with the Clippers work that'll allow him to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That has that trust. But for guys that are constantly hurt, and that's not like a dig at them, I wish them the most healthiest season possible in Los Angeles. But this is going to be pure entertainment across the board, no matter what we get.
He's the perfect Clipper. He's going to be injured too.
I mean, but honestly, I think this is setting himself up for his farewell tour.
Yeah.
His potential jersey rafter, raise his statue, he's setting it all up. I knew he was going to go to Lakers. We don't do bossa novas here, but that's for another time. Because the banana boat is not the same. But yeah, so that for him to find out, he said he found out on landing in New York as he was getting ready to do his interview with Good Morning America. So yeah, I mean, at least he's $10 million richer, and he gets to be in LA and not Phoenix.
I actually think it's a pretty good fit with the Clippers if he is healthy. Like, honestly, like, this is a dude that's not going to take a lot of shots.
You get to dust off your old jersey.
I mean, no, forget about all of that stuff. Just on the court, what he can do for them on the court. A guy that's not going to take a lot of shots, but get these guys into sets and run an actual offense for them and get them, make it easier a little bit for Kawhi, make it easier for Paul George, assuming everybody's on the floor at the same time. I think that's actually a good fit for them in that sense on the court. But it comes down to, can he play? Like, and you're saying 10 to 13. I think he's got to play. For you to get that value, it's got to be around 20 minutes a game. And I don't know
he
if he
said
could
15
do that.
to 23.
Oh, I thought
10 to 13 minutes.
My mind lost it. Okay, 15 to 23 is perfect. Then never mind. We could scratch my stupid comment from the record. There,
for him to be value, it has to be exactly what you said. Yes.
Yes. My bad. My mistake. But I think he's a good fit for them. I think that's a good spot for him. That's a good landing spot basketball wise for him. I don't think he's a good fit with the Warriors. I like Milwaukee. I like Boston. Those are interesting spots, but I think the Clippers are probably the best landing spot.
Yeah, the Clippers are the spot that I see that makes sense because that offense has just needed an organizer. That's it. Someone to put Kawhi Leonard and Paul George in the right spots. Now, would you trust that any of those guys would be healthy come playoff time? Nope.
No, but that's the fun of the Clippers.
Right.
But
that's
the Clippers,
you don't know who's going to show
Clippers,
up.
They're in such a situation. It's kind of desperation time right now. They're running on fumes with this Kawhi Paul George tandem that hasn't been able to get over the hump so far. And
when does that arena open? 2024?
Yes, I think so.
So this takes you into that of like Kawhi, Paul George, Chris Paul's back. Like, it's good marketing at least, right? Like it makes sense basketball wise, but they also like they got an arena to open up.
They do have an arena to open up,
and that should matter. Like that for the business side of it, that matters.
That's why like the whole Redick back too. DeAndre Jordan.
Look, Blake Griffin's a free agent. Yeah, DeAndre Jordan's now a champion.
Bring me back.
No, I would go after Darius Miles.
Trying to go for the
Darius Miles.
Oh, I was trying to get a job again.
Nah. D Miles and Q like
Doc Rivers.
Doc is available. Yeah. He could be Ty Lue's assistant.